Hey guys, and welcome back to another kind of late review, although we aren't reviewing anything. We're back again with Dreamcast guy and him sticking his foot in his mouth. Basically, this is just a slightly edited version of his newest vid with a couple of things that he said before thrown in so that he, he's contradicting himself.
What's up, gamers? Dreamcast guy here, talking today about Starfield because the game is technically complete. They just announced that Starfield has gone gold. That means that it's ready for launch. It's going to be printed on discs. You're going to see it at GameStop, and now it's even ready for preload. Starting off, we're here over on the Bethesda Game Studio Twitter account, and they said, hey, the game is finished. Preloads begin tomorrow for Xbox Series X and S. You can also install it pre-done on August 30th for Steam. So this is pretty great. A lot of us were actually waiting for the Gone Gold announcement because it's kind of tradition now. Like, obviously, this is 15 days before launch, but also I've heard a lot of game developers that I've had a chance to talk to. Gone Gold doesn't quite mean what it meant in the past. It just basically means, like, back in the day when your game went gold, it literally was finished. You were moving on to work on DLC or the next game. Now, people are always rolling out updates. I think we can, because as much as there is some negativity around this game, I'm sure that Microsoft is still going to consider it a success, even if it only sells like 100,000 copies. I guess I'm also curious because is the game even finished? The game is coming out in less than 30 days, and we haven't gotten an announcement that it's gone gold. It is strange to me that the developers, the discussion, the entire topic of Starfield feels so heavy and silent. We can all be adults here in real life.
Can you realistically simulate fun? Doesn't even burn the environment?
Quick interruption and quick note. In order to have fire, you need three things. You need heat, fuel, and oxygen. This last one is important because there is no oxygen in space. Thus the spacesuit.
Inventory.
So how are we feeling about the new update for No Man's Sky? Pretty good? You know, I kind of feel bad. Imagine you spent years working on frickin' Starfield and No Man's Sky just fucking ruined your ass. Like, these game developers are getting screwed. Look at all those frickin' Fallout 3 NPCs.
Realize that a lot of Bethesda games are incredibly glitchy at launch. This is probably going to be at least as janky as Skyrim was when it first came out, but a lot of people are basically saying, all right, massive W. PlayStation game size here, saying congratulations. A lot of people just really sharing their hype, sharing their interests. And it feels like there is just zero conversation anywhere online that I've witnessed about Starfield. What's interesting is that I'm not even seeing that. I'm not even seeing hate posts about Starfield. I don't see anybody talking about Starfield at all. And to me, that's the insanity of it, making such a big, expansive, crazy game. Like, it's just wild to think about how much they're trying to do, from space pirates to thousands of planets, crazy ecosystems. There's a lot of ways that this could break.
I know there was probably a lot to take in. There's a lot to the game.
There actually wasn't a lot to take in, Todd.
You know,
there's a lot of ways it could be good as well. Obviously, the bigger the game, the more potential it has to make it so you can create your own stories. I did have a chance to talk to Hugo Martin, the director of Doom Eternal. I hung out. He and I filmed a video together that I think is going to go on some Bethesda YouTube channel. He and a camera crew did like an interview thing with me, and he was talking to me about Starfield. This is from Hugo Martin, the director of Doom Eternal, and he said he's had a chance to play Starfield because obviously he works with id, which is part of Bethesda and all that, and he said the game is great. He did tell me it's a kind of game that you're supposed to like sit down and play, though. You got to focus. It's a long game with a lot to do. You got to sit there and focus. But if Hugo Martin, the legendary director himself, the rip and tear master, says the game is good, it increased my hype. Whenever that...
Buddy, this game looks like dog shit. You guys can have this. It's yours. Honestly, I am glad people are going to have more fun with this game than I am. I'm going to review it because I review games, but this gameplay, I mean, I really enjoyed Fallout 4 6, 7 years ago, and this is Fallout 4. So, I mean, it's like a remake of a 7-year-old game, and that's fine. Yeah, it's fine. When that video comes out, I'm sure I'll talk about it because it was cool to be interviewed by Hugo Martin, who says he watches the channel. Hugo, if you see this video, it was super cool hanging out with you, man. I love Doom Eternal and I love what you do, but it was also super weird that you were talking about watching the honest reviews. I am going to be doing a brutally honest review of Starfield when it comes out. I'm definitely excited for it. It looks like a really solid 6 out of 10.
We've done before. There's a lot of variety.
It's really good. A good 6 out of 10. You guys, after that 2 out of 10 you got from Redfall, this is 3 times better than Redfall. I'm definitely going to be freaking pre-installing it. I am going to try and get an early code so I can actually have time to go into this, because even now, 15 days before release, they're saying Starfield is going to have, what is it? I think it's going to have a bunch of procedurally generated planets that, let's face it, are going to be kind of empty, and then hand-built cities with quests and stuff in them on some of the planets. A lot of these people, though, look at this. Where was this? A Bethesda game has gone gold. That's one sentence I never thought I'd see. This is something that is actually interesting, is that typically Bethesda doesn't do these kind of announcements. I think it is a sign of how times are changing. This game is going to be mid and game of the year simultaneously. I'm so excited. I guess this is still kind of where I'm at. The trailers for Starfield honestly have not won me over. The game does not seem, it doesn't look like that special of an experience. Wow, this was dog shit. Good luck, Xbox people. You guys got a lot of defending to do, so feel free to go on Twitter and tell everybody about how this is the best game ever. To me, it does seem kind of like a rather average space exploration game, which isn't necessarily bad. We're going to see how good it is. I think a lot of Bethesda games, they are about that personal journey. It's about you trying to figure out where to go and what to do and the random environmental storytelling. It's not about, as that Xbox guy said, it's not about the explosions and the excitement. I'm excited for this. I am going to review the game with an open mind because this looks like Xbox's next Redfall. Big congrats to y'all. I'm going to make a video real quick saying the Xbox showcase was wet dog shit getting sucked out of a nun's asshole.
Woof, woof, woof. Woof, woof, woof. Woof.